Okay, so hey guys, I am back this week with another video. I look disgusting, so oh well. Do I want to change this jumper? Okay, so I'm back with another video. I'm gonna have such a laugh. I have a cap on because I've just filmed like 3 other videos. My hair looks atrocious, I'm over it. So, no more effort, backwards cap. Okay, so this week I wanted to talk about something that I've wanted to make this video for a while, but I've just not got round to it basically. And it's about a certain question that I am consistently asked that does my head in, and that is the question, what is it like being gay? I've also just realised I keep looking at the viewfinder, apologies for that. But I hate this question, and I mean, it angers me, this question. And I'm going to talk about many things in this video, but the reason I first of all want to start off with this question, and that is literally, I'm asked this question consistently by so many people of, what's it like being gay? And it can be in a few different forms of like, what's it like liking boys? Or how is it being gay, sort of thing. Like, you know the gist of it, like. And the reason I hate it is because, number one, it's so patronising and degrading. It feels, honestly, as if someone's, like, treating me as if I'm an alien. Or, like, you wouldn't go up to a black person and be like, what's it like being black? Like, you just wouldn't do that. Like, and I sort of get what they mean. I had an accent then, where did that accent come from? I sort of get what they mean, but I don't. Because at the same time I'm like, well, what's it like being straight, where people don't ask you what it's like having your sexuality? Like, it's such a stupid question, like, it's no different being gay. And, like, I always think of it as, like, types, and how some guys are attracted to, curvy brunettes, and some guys are attracted to skinny girls with black hair, and I'm attracted to muscled ginger guys. Like, it's so, like, weird to me that people think it's, like, different. Like, it's just like having a type. And I saw this reference once that was really good, that was, it was about gay people and bisexual people and straight people, and comparing it to people who like cookies and cake, and it was something like, some people like cookies, some people like cake, and some people like both. Imagine not liking someone and discriminating against someone because they didn't like the same thing as you. And that always sticks with me, and it just remembers me that, like, it's so stupid that people see a problem with it, and like people ask things like that, like, it's like, what's it like eating meat? Like, it's like a vegan or vegetarian asking that to a meat eater. Like, it's so stupid. Don't ask it. Don't be annoying. Okay, so as well as that, there's a few other phrases people say which do my absolute head in. The first one is, well, gay people love me. I can guarantee you that any person who says that, gay people cannot stand them, because everyone hates that phrase. It is the worst. It's like, we're not a cult, we don't all think the same, we don't all have like the same capacity, like mental capacity to think, oh well, they all like that person, that means I have to like that person, because I know other gay people, and those gay people like people that I absolutely can't stand, and I like people that they can't stand, and it all works that way. Like, just because one gay person, because most people who say that have met like 1 or 2 gay people who they're really close with, just because those 1 or 2 gay people who have met you, like you, and enjoy your company, doesn't mean that every gay person enjoys your company. Because that's like me going, well, straight people love me. Like, do you understand how stupid that is? Like, oh, it does my head in. So the next one that people say is, I know this other gay guy, you'd be perfect together. Or, if I am not asking your help to find me a guy, if I am not recruiting you to help me pull, I do not expect you to try and find me a guy. If you genuinely know someone who you genuinely believe I would be well suited to, go for it. Advise me towards them. But people just assume because one person is gay and the other person is gay, they should be a match. You don't go up to every straight person and go, hey, I know like 10,000 other straight people that you'd be perfect for. Want to get with them. Like, you don't do that. It's so stupid, and it's like people, the only interest, like so often the only interest people have with each other in this situation is that one of them is that they're both gay. They have no similarities, wouldn't get along. Like, I have had it before where people have recommended guys to me that I know perfectly well. We don't even, like, have anything compatible with each other. Why are people trying to set us up? Like, I had this friend once who literally said to me, oh, I know this other gay guy, you'd be perfect for him. And there was this other girl there who also knew the other guy, who literally turned around and went, no, he wouldn't. They'd hate each other. They have nothing in common. And I was like, literally, thank you to you, because you clearly get it. Like, it does my head in. Oh, people are stupid. The world is annoying. If you say the words to me, you're my gay best friend, I want you gone. Like, oh, I understand what people are trying to say, and they're trying to be like, oh, you're one of my best friends, and I want to put you near the top, but I can't say you're my girl best friend, and I already have a guy best friend, so let's put you as my gay best friend. Some people just want me to be their gay best friend. I've had people straight up ask me, can I be your friend because you're gay? Like, I want a gay best friend. Like, when I came out, people were like, oh my god, will you be my gay best friend now? I was like, no. It's so annoying. It means absolutely nothing. I am either your friend, your best friend, someone you know, or someone you don't like. The word gay does not factor into any of those things. I don't walk around like, oh, this is my straight best friend. Like, I don't do that. Like, it's not okay. Like, you wouldn't go up to someone if someone was transgender and be like, this is my trans best friend. Or if someone was black, you wouldn't be like, this is my black best friend. You wouldn't do that. So don't do it to gay people, because I know that it's like, every girl's dream to have a gay best friend, and like, no, shut up, don't. Have a dream to have a best friend. If he happens to be a guy who is gay, that's great. That's just a normal thing. That's like having a friend who's a girl, or a guy who is straight, or a girl who's a lesbian. The word gay should not factor into that equation. Don't do it. So the next and last thing I'm going to say, which people say, which drives so many people insane, is that I don't mean to be against gay people, but this can come in many forms, such as, I don't mean to be homophobic, or I'm not against gays, but like, any of those phrases, shut up. Stop talking, get over yourself. Because I literally had a guy turn around to me once. Me and this guy weren't even friends, and he was homophobic. Everyone knew it. Everyone was well aware he was homophobic. Even his friend turned around to me once and was like, he's homophobic. Like, and me and his friend didn't even get along. Like, this guy turned around to me and went, I'm not against gays, but I just wish they weren't all in your face about it. Like, shut the hell up. Like, who are you? Like, I'm not against straight people, but I wish you weren't in my face about being straight. Like, it's so annoying. And any sentence that starts with anything similar, because you can have this with racism, sexism, any of them. Any sentence that starts with the words, I'm not blank, meaning like, I'm not trying to be offensive, or I'm not trying to be racist, homophobic, sexist, anything. You're being offensive. You're doing it. Like, don't say it. A sentence should not start with those words. Like, you're either being offensive or you're not. If you're worried you might sound offensive, don't say it. If you're worried that it's coming across the wrong way, phrase it differently. Like, don't ever, ever say the words, I'm not trying to be homophobic, because most of the time it's followed by a homophobic sentence. Like, and it's so annoying, because when people say things to me, when people say that sort of thing to me, I literally automatically, my mind turns blank and I just go, okay. Like, I'm not listening to you. Like, I'm disinterested. Like, it's so annoying. Like, I've had people turn around to me like, I'm not trying to be rude, but is that your natural voice or do you put it on? It's like, people just say stupid things. It's so annoying. Like, oh, just don't say things like that. Just keep it to yourself if you have an opinion like that. Like, just don't speak out loud. Just shut up. Okay, guys, so to, like, conclude this video, I hate that word. To, like, finish this video, I just want to talk about, like, why it is hard being gay. Like, I love being gay. I'm happy I'm gay. When I was first out, I actively said to people, I'd still be in the closet if it was up to me, because you've all heard my coming. If you haven't seen my coming out story, go and watch it. I'll link it down below. But I actively said, like, I'd rather, if it was up to me, I'd be straight and that sort of thing. These days, I'm happy being gay, and if it was up to me, I wouldn't care. Like, I'd be happy to choose gay. Like, it would be easier being straight, but I'm happy to be gay. Like, I love it. Like, I love being a part of this community and stuff. Like, it's cool. And however, it is very hard sometimes because of the stuff we have to deal with. The first thing that annoys me is when the gay community aren't supportive over each other. And you see this a lot everywhere, especially on dating sites. I'm not shy to dating sites, but you see a lot of it on sort of mask only, can't be dealing with this feminine stuff. Like, and then in real life, a lot of like, people will be like, but they're just a stereotype, so they annoy me because they fit into the stereotypes, this sort of thing. And a lot of my friends actually say to me, I don't fit into the blank stereotype of that. I'm sort of a mix of that. Sometimes I'm the major stereotype and sometimes I'm the complete opposite, which I do believe, because I do like certain things I do, I'm like not stereotypical, and some things I do, I know I'm completely stereotypical, and that's okay. Like, those people who are this stereotypical gay guy, they're absolutely fine. Like, preach for them, because they can still fight the stereotypes whilst being the stereotype. Would you say to a pretty blonde woman that she can't fight the stereotype of that all women have to be pretty and blonde because she is? No, you wouldn't. Like, people can be what they want to be and still fight the battle, and it doesn't help when people in their own community and people who should have their back are not having their back, and they really should. If you're not, like, personally into like certain people acting a certain way, that's fine, but still give people a chance and still be okay with people being like that. The second thing is feeling excluded, which comes from like bullying and like that sort of thing, of that I know every time I walk out my house, especially in my hometown, people say things to me, I get shouted at in the street, I get people screaming at me out of cars. On my birthday, I was walking home after seeing my friend, and it was about 11 o'clock at night, past that, and this is my birthday, can I point out, and there were a bunch of guys in a van who saw me and started shouting homophobic abuse at me. I completely ignored it, I was fine, was on the phone with my friend, was absolutely terrified sort of thing, because it was late at night, there was no one in the street or cars driving past. I was like, I'm gonna get jumped. But like, people were shouting homophobic abuse at me, and it was like, why waste your time though? Like, and it's like how I went out for some drinks with some friends recently, and there were guys there who bullied me in school who couldn't stop sitting talking about me, watching me every time I walked past. And it's like, okay, if you want to waste your time talking about me, that's fine, because thanks for the attention. But like, find something better to do, because it makes me feel so awkward in society of that people judge me every time I go on the street and stuff. And I see other people who go out in the street like confidently and like so amazingly and don't care, and it's like, oh my god, they're like what I want to be, they're my inspiration sort of thing. Like, those are the people younger kids should be taught to look up to, not these idiots who sit there and judge others. Like, and I'm a very confident person, everyone who knows me knows I'm very confident, but sometimes it does knock my confidence, and I do feel a bit unconfident going places, because I know certain people are going to be there, or there's certain situations around that area that's like, I'm gonna get judged, and that makes me feel uncomfortable and makes me feel excluded from society, and I don't like that. And it's not okay, and people should stop doing that. If you know a gay person, stick up for them. If you know someone feels excluded or know someone is not nice to someone, do something about it, say something, because sitting there and watching the problem unfold in front of you is almost as bad as causing the problem. Like, if someone is being excluded from society because they're a horrible person, that's fine, leave that. But if someone is purely being excluded for something like race, or this isn't, as I said, this isn't just homophobic stuff, but if it's race, sex, like gender, like anything, like sexuality, anything, stand up for it, because it's not okay. The final thing I just want to mention is ignorance, and that is the phrase, one thing that really annoys me is when people say things like, well, everyone's got a right to their own opinion. Yes, they do. We live in a free country. People can have the right to say whatever they want and have their opinion. However, I think we need to move on from that at this point, of the difference between having an opinion and being offensive. there's a big difference between having an opinion that people may disagree with and might be against it. Like, for example, say if you're okay with zoos, or like I'm okay with zoos, I like zoos, it depends on the zoo. Like if the animals are well treated and there's a reason, like the one I went to in Fuerteventura, that zoo was for animals who had been mistreated and who couldn't live in the wild because they'd been born and raised in captivity. They wouldn't survive in the wild. However, they weren't in good homes. They took them and gave them a nicer home in a captive area where they had lots of room and stuff. Or say if you have a controversial opinion, like you don't like a certain place to eat or food that everyone else in the world loves, like say if you don't like McDonald's, that's quite a controversial opinion. Like, that sort of thing, that's fine to have those opinions, everyone has a right to their own opinion. I don't like gay people, or I don't like black people, or I don't like girls or guys or any of those sorts of things, white people, straight people, anything along those lines. That is not an opinion, that is offensive. Most places, it's illegal. Like, it's illegal to be racist and stuff. Like, that's not an opinion, it's offensive, it's ignorant, and it's not okay. And we shouldn't excuse that behaviour, we should fight against it. So if you're ever sat there and someone is offensive in any form, and you try to defend it with, well, it's that everyone has a right to their own opinion, it's just their opinion, to someone who they're being offensive to, you're just as much as a problem, and you're accepting and encouraging racist and homophobic and sexist behaviour, and you need to reevaluate your life decisions. That's it for this week's video, guys. Very serious video, I think, towards the end, and I've wanted to do this video for a while but kept putting it off. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like and subscribe if you did, comment down below if you agree with my opinions, or if you've had bad experiences and stuff in the past. I've had so many. Maybe we'll make a video on like weird and like horrible experiences I've had in public to make people realise. Who knows what I'll do, but yeah. Bye!